The forest at night was no friend to the unprepared. But Jamie moved through it like he belonged there. Every step was deliberate, every breath measured. He knew which branches would betray a careless footstep, and which roots could twist an ankle in the dark. The canopy devoured moonlight, leaving only fractured shadows. For most, silence here was unbearable. For Jamie, silence was survival. And yet tonight, it gnawed at him. Once, these woods had echoed with birdsong and laughter. Now the land whispered only in fear, as though even the earth dreaded the regime's ears. Jamie had been born to brightness, stone halls, firelight, and stories told by his mother. His father's hand, steady, teaching him duty and honor. All of it was gone. The banners of the regime rose like storm clouds. His father silenced without trial. His mother's eyes drained of hope. Their estate burned to ash. Their name erased from history. What remained of Jamie's legacy lived only in his chest, heavy enough to crush him every time he remembered. Now, survival was his kingdom. A rusted knife, a patched crossbow, and the hard skill of stretching one meal into three. The wilderness was his fortress. Jamie crouched by a stream, flask in hand. The water numbed his fingers as he filled it. He listened. Always listened. Then, engines. A low growl that froze him where he lay. Headlights slashed through the trees. 2 armored transports crawled along the dirt road, the earth trembling beneath their weight. Jamie pressed flat to the soil, heartbeat rattling. He should move. Slip deeper into the woods. Vanish like smoke. But he didn't. Boots struck dirt in rhythm. Faces hidden by helmets. Not men, but shadows wearing skin. And yet, Jamie's gaze lingered. For an instant, he saw what the regime had stolen. Sons and farmers, now reduced to weapons. His instincts told him to hate them. His conscience whispered otherwise. That was Jamie's curse. The nobleman within urged compassion, but the survivor warned it would get him killed. He remembered too well. The deserter he once spared. Bread shared. Tears shed. But later, betrayal. The man's knife pressed to Jamie's throat. His bow stolen. Mercy repaid with blood. Jamie had survived that night. But trust had died with the firelight. The convoy groaned past, leaving the road quaking. Only when the echoes faded did he rise, and slip deeper into the trees. No sentiment. Not now. His goal was simple. Survive long enough to reach East Bridge. Rumors spoke of a resistance cell hidden in its ruins. A spark smoldering in the ashes, where the regime's first conquest had scorched the earth. If allies lived, he would find them. But trust was a razor's edge. One careless word, and he'd meet a blade or a bullet. Still, Jamie walked on. Crossbow slung across his back. Every step a quiet act of defiance. The world was broken. He was broken with it. Yet beneath his scars burned a flame. The will to rebuild. They thought his bloodline had ended. But legacies do not die so easily. Jamie would reclaim his.